We return. Sorry guys, I couldn't give you guys an edited reaction. I want to first tell you guys that as we start this video. My video footage got corrupted for the album, so we are just going to be talking about this in about a 10-minute video clip segment stream, whatever you want to call it. Drake has provided the fans a brand new album to start off his 2022 with honestly Nevermind. I don't think he's done yet. He might have an EP and a whole nother album coming, to be honest with you. A dance album. Now going into this, I knew it was going to be a dance album. I didn't listen to the whole record and then look back and I was like, oh shit, this was a dance album? Obviously you knew from the first few tracks what Drake was going for. He was going for club songs, mellow, R&B-ish club songs. That's what dance music is. Keeping that in mind, I'm sure he did a good job at it, but as a guy that's not a big dance hall music type of fan, I'm not gonna give a good opinion on this, like an experted opinion on an album like this when I don't really know the dance scene very well. Obviously there were a couple of tracks that didn't seem very dancey to me. Sticky, Liability, and Jimmy Cooks are the three tracks in this record that felt very much ordinary Drake to me. And obviously Drake has made dance music in the past, but this is his first crack at a dance album, and I'm not mad at him for it. It's experimental, and I'm very open for experimental albums. Earl Sweatshirt, Kanye West, JPEG Mafia, guys like that over the years have given us some of the better albums of the 2010s. Danny Brown, and they were all experimental records. And obviously, it might take me some time to get used to this kind of music, but I'm willing to do so. I'm willing to listen to the album again. This isn't music you really sit back and analyze. I'm mostly a positive channel. I can see the positives in a lot of albums. I'm not like an Anthony Fantano or a Sean C. I don't rip people's heads off. Maybe that's what I should start doing. I don't know. I didn't really like this album. I'm going to say that right now. It's probably a 3 out of 10. If I don't like a type of music, I don't like a type of music. I'm not going to be open-minded if I can't. If it's impossible to open my mind to a certain type of music like this. It's not possible. I listened to it. It was the same beat over and over and over again. Currents, one of the worst Drake songs I've ever heard. I mean, the bed creaking, the belly bounce type beat. It was very goofy, a lot of goofy stuff. Maybe Drake will maintain his Drake the type of guy reputation in the meme world after making a track like that. I don't know, man. I got quite a bit to say. Liability was really cool. I want to talk about Liability. The vocal effects, the very slowed down A$AP Rocky style track. It felt very sexy in a way. It was a pretty good track. Jimmy Cooks with 21 Savage is an instant classic. Great beat. It really fits 21 Savage's agenda very, very well. And shout out to Drake for that. That is one of his best songs I've heard in a long time. But yeah, there's just no artistic content on this album as a whole, and I hate to say it. I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I'm not a Drake doubter. I'm not a Drake hater or anything. I genuinely enjoy a lot of his music from the past. Take Care was a great album. If you're reading this, it's too late. I even liked More Life, which a lot of his fans did not like. I like Drake. Don't get me wrong, but I already know his fans are going to be listening to this album and they're going to get horny. I mean, he's got fanboys. He is the LeBron of rap. There's no doubt about it. No matter what LeBron does, no matter what Drake does, people will still find a way to love him. And yeah, there are some good tracks on here. The best dance hall, the best pure dance hall track on here is definitely A Keeper. But again, I should probably re-listen to this album and give you guys my thoughts if I put it on the top 50 list. Right now, it's looking like I have to put Drake on the top 50 list because of his name. That sounds extremely biased, but I feel like I have to at this point. Drake's done so much in his career that people are probably going to rip my head off if I don't put him on the list. I'll probably find a way to put him on the list somewhere. But then again, that was my first listen, so maybe I'll find a couple more charms as I re-listen. But as of now, this is a 3 out of 10. A strong 2 to 3 out of 10. If you want to get my Fantano review on the album, that's what I feel. There's a couple good tracks. But yeah, a lot of memes have sprouted from this album. Maybe Drake did this for shock value. Maybe he wanted to have his name in people's mouth. I'm sure he did. Uh, let's go. Let's see what Drake had to say about the record, because he released a statement for Apple Music, and it's on the Apple Music album page if you go to it. Let's read what he has to say. I let my humbleness turn to numbness at times, letting time go by, knowing I got the endurance to catch it another time. What? Is this a rap? What is this? Oh, okay. It's like a little poem he wrote for the album. That's pretty creative. That might be better. This might turn out to be better than the whole album. I let my humbleness turn to numbness at times, letting time go by, knowing I got the endurance to catch it another time. I work with every breath in my body, 'cause it's the work, not air, that makes me feel alive. Okay. That's some real detrimental shit, but that's that shit my perfectionist mind doesn't really mind, because no one knows what's on my mind when I go at home at 9 and wake up at 5, unless I say it in rhyme. That's 8 hours of sleep. I can't remember the last time someone put their phone down, looked me in the eyes, and asked my current insight on the times. I'm sure the press does it too all the time. Sorry about the cricket in the background. He's an annoying little fella, let me tell you. But I remember every single time someone shined a light in my eyes. Paparazzi. I purposely try to forget what went on between some people and I, because I know I'm not a forgiving guy even when I try. Why didn't he just make this a record? My urge for revenge wins the game against my good guy inside every single fucking time. Being the good guys never win, I guess. I got plans I can't talk about with more than like 4 guys, because the last time I shared them with someone on the outside, well, that's another story for another night. No, you should have told it on the album. I was trying to get through that statement to get to saying I'm not at a time in my life where pats on my shoulder helps me get by. He's too big of an artist to take a couple compliments and run with it. I'll take loyalty over an oh my and emoji fire. I know if it was a dark night where all the odds were against my side and my skill went to whoever took my life, they'd done me off with a big smile and maybe even post it for some likes. People posting his name for likes. I know everyone that tells me they love me doesn't love me all the time, especially when I'm doing better than alright, and they have to watch it from whatever point they at in their life. The jealousy, huh? I really like these words here. I got here being realistic. I didn't get here being blind. I know what's what, and especially what and who is by my side. Honestly, never mind. He used the same rhyme scheme throughout this whole thing. Dedicated to our brother V. You talking about Virgil? Rest in peace, Virgil. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool little message Drake left with the fans after releasing the album, but I don't know if that's going to change my perspective on this album. Again, I'm going to have to listen to the album a couple more times to really get my thoughts on it, and by the end of the year, I should have my thoughts. You know what's crazy is I've already stopped listening to Kendrick Lamar's album, and oh man, it's very confusing. Music is at a time where there's not a lot of longevity in these albums. Tyler the Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost is the last album I've listened to that I'm still listening to this day. And honestly, Yeet might have more longevity than some of these big name artists. I've been listening to Yeet for longer than I've been listening to Kendrick. Then I've been listening to Vince Staples, to Denzel Curry, and I don't know if that's because their albums are bad, but it's because I've been hearing the same shit for so long. And to be fair, Denzel Curry's album was pretty different in relative to today's releases, but speaking of our boy Jack on Churchill Downs, I thought Drake had the momentum from that verse to just skyrocket and release one of the best albums he's released in a while, but I guess not. Maybe this is just the calm before the storm. Maybe he has more coming for the fans. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm very, very confused. Will I listen to this album again? Honestly, never mind. Nah, I'm kidding. I'll listen to it. I'm an open guy. I'll give it another spin. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to DBG, but I have a little more of an outro than that. Man, I don't know. I just got the Quarry for PlayStation 5, and I'm definitely questioning whether or not I should play it. Right now, well, I'll play it eventually, of course, but I might play it today. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I still got to watch Breaking Bad and Euphoria episodes for today. No more NBA Finals, so that takes a chunk out of content out of my channel.